Okay, so here's a quick storage room of our 350-gallon stainless steel totes. Real quick, that's just walking through. And behind this door, we need to fix that. Right there's some duct tape, just plug in that hole. Walk through this door, we have the H2O Innovations Supra. And you might ask, why is there tape on there next to the gauges? Well, the tape is actually to block the glare that the light produces off the nice bright stainless steel. We have a camera there for monitoring and an adjacent room where we boil, and it just makes a funny little glare right there. So with the tape, that helps with the glare tremendously. So the Supra, very, very nice, well put together machine. Easy access panel if you got to get in there and work on anything. Take a look at that. All the different relays and switches. Pretty nice setup. Nice and big and easy. Lugs, power coming in. Let me come over here to the vessels. Now, this was originally a Supra 6 with 3 vessels on each cart stacked horizontally, and we decided after the first season of running that we needed to add 2 more. So we have, there's number 7 right there, stacked vertically, and then number 8 is back here in the corner. Now, that's the interesting thing here about the H2O Innovations RO, is they can be horizontal, vertical, any which way, any configurations, all hooked up together, doesn't really matter. It has these Vitalic fittings on the high pressure lines on one end, and then there is a national pipe thread on the other end. Pretty easy to set up, a couple wrenches really. Flow meters. So you're probably wondering what's in this tube here. That is a booster pump, and the machine came with that, and it's a small booster pump. It's only 1.5 horses. Probably we should have a 3 or a 5 on there, but it does make a difference. It does help keeping the pressure, or I'm sorry, keeping the flow up through number 7 and number 8, as far as removing water and still keeping that flow up. And again, you can see the use of the Vitalic couplers here on all the pump housings. Easy to take apart. Vitalic coupler here. That's the recirc pump, hooks into the vessel. You just pop off 2 Vitalic fittings, well, Piedmonts I should say, Piedmont, because Piedmont is owned by H2O. Vitalic, everybody calls it Vitalic because it seems like, I guess that maybe that was the company that invented that fitting, I'm not sure, maybe the most popular, but Piedmont coupling. Same thing back here. Now when we got this machine, it wasn't plumbed up the current direction it is now. This is in series. So you see down there, that's the in feed, okay, and then it goes through the vessel, and then we got the next pipe. You can see right here, kind of dark. That goes to the next vessel, and then the pipe goes to the next vessel, and then that long pipe goes over to the next vessel. That's in series. Did not come like that when we got it. It was more parallel. So it went into number 1 and number 2 to kind of together with a T. And because we like to make high bricks, we like to go anywhere between 20 and 25 bricks most of the season. We went in series, so each time it goes through the vessel, through the membrane, it gets a little bit sweeter. And we have these valves on here. These valves come on the machine stock, and that's so you can wash it by segregating each rack. So you can separate the racks out and not be washing all 8 at once. You'll be doing 4 and 4. It also allows you to only run one series of vessels at once if you want. You can see there's a switch there for series and parallel. So you can turn on only one side if you want to. It's nice. We've never really run only 4. We just wait until we got more sap. We run them all at once. But it does wash well that way. And all the connections here for the power, for the vessels, for the recirc pumps. 7.5 horsepower pumps, or motors I should say. They're actually 10 horsepower motors with a modified rotor in there. Very simple to disconnect and get off there if you need to work on. This will be the 3rd season for this machine. We haven't had to take one of these off yet. Fingers crossed, right? There's a simple clamp down there that holds it to the machine. And then right under here, 2 bolts, 3/8 bolts, 9/16 wrench, takes it right off. It's heavy, so you need help with that. You got to remove that. Now here, there's a box filter sitting on the top there. This pipe you see here, going out, check valve there, and then out the door. That goes to the permeate. That is permeate out. There are 4 different valves back here. And the reason there's 4 is because, you can segregate out and run one side or the other of the machine. You don't have to necessarily run it all at once. And of course the other 2 pipes here are for concentrate. It goes upstairs to concentrate tank. Now this machine did not come stock with this canister housing you're seeing here. This is a 30-inch canister housing that we added. Why 30, you say? Well, it's pretty much double the capacity of a 20-inch filter, and I got a good price on it actually. So yeah, it's a little goofy, you think, with 30s, but you know what? If you call a manufacturer that makes filters, 30 is actually pretty normal. 20, 30, and 40 is kind of standard in a lot of industry things. So we have it plumbed up, both feeding into it, so you can't just disconnect that. Now this is all in storage right now. This is all stored with storage solution in there, with H2O storage solution, with glycol in it. So, you know, if we did run into a low heat issue here, hopefully it wouldn't break. You can see the tank, there's a little yucky on the top. That's just a little bit of yuckiness from the air on the top of the water. You want to keep that tank with water in it so it's above the level of the membranes, so that the membranes stay full all the time. Highly recommend the storage solution. It's good stuff. Just use some OxySan and a normal wash procedure later on before you're getting ready to use it. Right before you're getting ready to use it, and you're good to go. Let's just give you some of the plumbing here. We had to make some of this stuff here. There's a T. So that T, I had to weld fitting into that for the pressure line, for the gauge, and there's some feed pumps down underneath. Gold's 2 horsepower feed pumps. Nothing real fancy there. Very simple. It looks a little different from factory plumbing because we made that change with that 30-inch filter. So but this is essentially what it looks like. We really didn't change much here with the PVC in. A little bit, but it's pretty much a stock machine. We wanted to keep it as stock as possible. Works well. It does work well. We're moving right around 2,000 gallons an hour now. When we're making, let's say 24%, 22% with, 1.5, maybe even 1.7 sap. So that's pretty good. I don't think you can ask for much more out of that. In Canada, 2% is like the norm, and what they kind of build these machines to do is move 2%. So, us Americans, we're greedy with our sap, and with our high vacuum, the sap isn't always all that sweet. So, hopefully she's going to work another season, no breakdowns. All the gauges here and pressure controls. All right. Any questions? Comment below, or thanks.